John Barnarski is a veteran when it comes to cars.
45 years. I'm 62 years old.
How many bumpers do you think that adds up to?
Thousands and thousands.
It's been almost 9 years since his son Chris, a master of custom paint jobs, was murdered in his shop in Union County.
I miss him every day, and we think about him every day, too.
That's where the journey of this bumper begins. He was shot, he fell on it.
He fell over it, and it damaged it.
Chris's friend Mark Cosentino repaired the bumper and put it back on the car. But before finishing the job, he wrote these words inside.
In memory of Christopher Bernarski, October 11, 2006, 11:45 a.m. I just wanted to immortalize him. That was my way of doing it.
Almost 9 years later, the same bumper resurfaced.
It kind of floored me at first, and I never thought anybody would ever see this.
But on Good Friday, at the Hendrick Luxury Collision Center off Independence Boulevard, it was Chris's father who removed the bumper.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think.
Somehow it came to this shop. Somehow we got it. And it's just unreal. I mean, you can't even write something like that.
Mark? How you doing? Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
Mark and John now share a bond that neither ever saw coming.
I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
For it to end up, his dad getting it is mind-boggling. I can't believe it.
It's a good feeling to know that I did do that and someone else did see it, especially the right person. It's a good day when something like this happens. We don't get a lot of days like this anymore.
I smile every time I hear him howl.
6-year-old Captain is as friendly as they come.
No matter how bad it is, tail's always wagging, always cheers you up.
He's a plot hound, a hunting dog.
His nose is on the ground and he's running around sniffing all the time.
Tonight, Captain went for a walk, but there's a chance it'll be the last one he takes.
It's hard. I think my pet as a child.
Back on April 24th, Captain went into these woods and fought with a rabid raccoon. He got a booster shot right away. His other shots are all up to date. On May 25th, he came in contact with another rabid raccoon, and Lawson Jenkins called the vet, who he says told him Captain was in the clear from rabies.
It's frustrating because I did not know the law.
State law requires that every single time a pet comes in contact with a rabid animal,
you must take it to the vet for a booster shot within 5 days, or that dog will be taken from you.
By the time Jenkins found out, the 5 days had passed. And today, Animal Control took Captain away. Now he has 3 days to decide to have him euthanized or to pay for him to be quarantined for up to 6 months. He's planning to start a GoFundMe page.
Save Captain's life or something like that.
He says the estimated cost would be around $6,000.
Maybe there are enough animal lovers out there that don't want to see a dog put down. It doesn't need to. It's had his shots.
It's the only way.
He's my only companion right now.
To bring him back. In Davidson, Dan Yesenosky, NBC Charlotte. When I got up here and started talking with people about these hawk attacks, I still had my doubts until I saw it happen to me. And I was glad at the time I was wearing this football helmet. There he goes. Oh, he's attacking. Oh, wow. Make no mistake, if you want to venture outside in this neighborhood, you better be prepared. Like Barry Smith, who's been attacked 4 times by the Hawks, so now he leaves the house ready to swing.
If I have a bat right here and it hits me in the back of the head, I can't swing the bat fast enough to get him. He's hit my head and gone before I can have a reaction.
I brought a football helmet after hearing the horror stories, and it's something Roger Beaver wishes he'd worn yesterday when he was clawed by one of the dive-bombing Hawks.
Just hit me right in the face right here. It just caught me completely off guard. I forgot to wear my hat. And that's why he got me.
The neighbors say this has gone on for years. The Hawks nest up, their young hatch, and once they're old enough to leave, everything goes back to normal. But until that happens, they have to take cover.
We're being held kind of hostage.
This continues to happen because the Hawks are federally protected.
Everybody thinks we want the bird killed. We don't. We don't want it harmed. But, you know, there comes a point when you got to extend your laws and do something.
The NC Wildlife Commission told me people have every right to defend themselves. They just can't actively harm the hawks. They would need a federal permit before taking any kind of drastic measures to get them out of here. In Hickory, Dan Yesenosky, NBC Charlotte.
Tell us about this signature image from the Final Four weekend.
Guys, from the moment we got into town, the bracket was one of the first things we saw, but we kept asking ourselves, how does it work? Is it a projector? Is it really stuck on there? So I hung out yesterday with the guys from Sport Graphics, the creators of the world's largest bracket.
I said, if we're going to do it, let's go big or stay at home.
After 7 months of planning and preparation.
Guinness last week certified us as the world's largest sports tournament bracket.
Ever.
Yeah, ever. It's a big one. We got a winner.
44,000 square feet. You can fit 9 basketball courts on it, and it measures to about an acre of land. But Sunday, there were 2 games to update. And Sport Graphics CEO Frank Hancock was going to see his creation up close.
Hold it, because it'll let it go up or down.
Okay.
And up very, very high.
No, I'm in good shape. I've had a full life.
Posted on the side of the JT Marriott Hotel, the bracket is made out of a thin layer of vinyl.
357 rolls of wallpaper, and you got to get the first couple right and then go from there. You can see through it. In the rooms, you don't even know what's on the windows.
First Wisconsin, then the Blue Devils.
Well, Duke's up. Duke's up. We got a final game.
An iconic image in Indy to every fan in town. While most prefer the view from the ground, the man behind the master plan actually enjoyed his trip up the skyscraper.
That's pretty fun, Jim. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Now, after the game tonight, there will be crews on standby, and in that area right in the middle of the bracket, either the entire Wisconsin or Duke logo will be put up and on display. So as fans walk out of the stadium, they'll be able to see the national champion lit up from miles away. We're live in Indianapolis. Dan Yesenosky, NBC Charlotte. Yeah, guys, this is multitasking at its finest as I talk with you while also paying attention to the traffic signals so I can legally cross the street here. It's something we neglect every day, that jaywalking is actually breaking the law, but CMPD says with an uptick in pedestrian-involved crashes, now they're cracking down. Uptown at lunchtime.
Oh, every day, all the time. We all do it.
Jaywalker after jaywalker after jaywalker.
It's just kind of part of how it works around here, even though it probably shouldn't be.
We've had 190 pedestrians hit inside the 277 loop in the downtown area since 2010.
Sergeant David Sloan with CMPD says people are crossing from in between cars or when the crosswalk tells them not to.
People just don't understand that vehicles don't see them.
Just last week, we did a story on jaywalking with this video from over on Freedom Drive. If nearly everybody's doing it, how can police stop it?
Gentlemen, how you guys doing today?
This is a start, because nobody
Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department
wants to get caught.
These are warning tickets.
A real ticket isn't cheap.
See, all these guys are in violation. That's a $200 fine, what they're doing right there. Sir! Sir!
It was a 2-hour effort by police this afternoon.
You can't cross in the hand. It's a $200 fine, okay?
To educate and hopefully prevent future accidents.
I'm one of the worst offenders, so I was probably the right guy to hand this to.
So in just 2 hours out here, check out the results. Police stopped 453 people for pedestrian violations. That's either crossing mid-block or crossing in the crosswalk whenever that red hand is up. They also stopped 7 vehicles for violating those pedestrian signs as well whenever they're supposed to be yielding to a pedestrian walking through, but they ended up driving through the intersection anyway. For now, we're live in Uptown. Dan Yesenosky, NBC Charlotte.
All right, well done, well timed, walking and talking, live crosswalk shot legally too. Dan, thank you for that report.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?